Servus guys and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to have a look at the Ender query and well, I pronounce it query and so it is. Well, to craft the Ender query it's very easy, nothing special except one thing with the Ender core and the magical wood. For crafting the magical wood you need some enchanted books. You might use low-level enchanted books, so level 1 something, and it works fine. If you're using higher-leveled books, then you get more magical wood out of your crafting, out of one crafting. But in the end, overall, it isn't that efficient to use high-level enchanted books. So stick with the low-level ones, and it's much more efficient. So the Ender query can be set up in two ways. First one is with the fence and the second one is with Ender markers. And we are going to have a look at both of the setup versions. The first one is the fence, which has to be connected to the query. And as you can see, it's a bit tricky. Normally the query does only accept one fence per block. Two fans per block are only working if you have like a step, if you move down or upwards a bit. So this is the only occasion when the query says it's okay. And at this place you are not allowed to have two fences, because the query would say the fence is splitting up there, so it won't work. So setting up the query is let's say very easy, and you just build a fence around it, and that's it, connected to the query, and there you go. That's it. Then right click on the query, and I'm just opening to show you something, because the query is replacing all the stones with dirt. So if the query moves down and gets the resources, it replaces everything it gets with dirt. So it needs some chest or tesseract or whatever on top, and then some energy. That way? No. Yeah. So it's working. Right click on the query and it says mining at the place and how many blocks are scanned, and you will see that there you saw that the query replaced the coal or stone or whatever there was with dirt, so you won't have any holes in your world or in your space. So it's a bit dark in here, so let's see if we just wait a second for the query to build or harvest or mine these resources there. So where are you? Build. So there you see, everything gets replaced with dirt, which is working perfectly fine on a server. So it's a bit better to have an Ender query working than a normal Buildcraft query concerning server resources. So this is working fine. And what's quite important is that the query is working within a chunk. So it's mining down a chunk by chunk. And we experienced on our server a problem if the energy supply for the query is not in the same chunk as the query is. So if you got some problems or lag spikes or whatever, check if the energy supply for the query is in the same chunk as the query itself. This might help. So this the second thing is with Ender markers. Therefore you need a QED, which is surrounded by Ender flux crystals. So we have a short look at the recipe, but I think both of them are very easily to craft. Easy, easy, easy. So no problem crafting them. And you place the QED and at least one of the Ender Flux crystal around it. If you place more than one, maximum to 4, you increase the speed of the production or the crafting. So you got a lot of recipes, and what we need is the Ender marker, which gets crafted like with an Ender pearl and these obsidian thingies there. So just put it in. It doesn't need any energy, so the energy comes by the flux crystal things there, and it's an infinite energy source, so you don't need any RF or whatever. So just put some Ender pearls and these other things there, and it will be crafted. Takes some time, but works fine. And they get stocked in the machine, so you do not have to have a chest around it or whatever. So with the Ender markers, we place another quarry. It's a good place. So as you can see, the first Ender marker has to be set right in front of the quarry. This is very important, otherwise it won't work. The Ender markers have to be on the same level, all of them. So we have to place it like them, like there. And okay, we need here a block. That's quite dark in here. Sorry for that. So we need just a block or 2 blocks. So last Ender marker. And now we can see some, let's say connection going on between the Ender markers. You do not have to right click them like Buildcraft. You just have to right click the Ender query, and it says analyzing fence boundary, found attached Ender marker, successfully established boundary. So everything is working fine. They are connected, and the query will start to work when it gets some energy and of course some space, some chest, tesseract or whatever. And yeah, as you can see, it's working perfectly fine. And yeah, there are some upgrades for the Ender query. For example, well, it's all within extra utilities, you mod extra utilities. And where are they? There they are. There are like Quarry Silk Touch upgrade. Okay, everyone knows what Silk Touch means. There are speed upgrades. We can test them. Just put them onto the query. You do not have to craft them. You just set them up right beside them. And as you were able to see, the speed was increased extremely. And well, there's Silk Touch upgrade. You can have multiple upgrades. I think the maximum is 3 or are 3. One on the right, one on the left, and one beneath or below the quarry. Then there is a world hole upgrade, which allows you to, well, first of all, get dirt. And the second is that you can have can pump liquids like lava or water. Then there was fortune and speed upgrades. So for any liquids, you have to have this whole upgrade. So it's mining, and yeah, I think this is all of it. This is more or less the things you have to know about the Ender query. And yeah, I thank you for watching. Hope you're it's working fine, as you see, with high speed. So I wish you a lot of fun rebuilding these and testing on your server or on your map. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good time, guys. Have a good week. Have a good day, and see you next time. Servus, guys.